right, come on in
Meatloaves are
because,
so
oh
good.
my heavens, I am obsessed with meatloaf. There's something about it that just feels like mom. It feels like home. It feels like warmth. I mean, it feels like a hug. And anytime you want a hug, of course that piece is now, now I'm stuck. Anytime you want a hug, look at this. There we go.
There it is.
It's really easy to get one from a meatloaf such as this. Wow, look at how beautiful that is, right? And the flavor here is unmatched. And each one of these, well, I'm not even going to call them mini meatloaves. Each one of these meatloaves is 8 ounces, so it's half a pound. And
Totally shareable.
Half a pound, totally shareable. You're actually going to receive 8 of them, but that's not all. You're going to receive 2, 4, 6, 8 of the 8 ounce, as in half a pound meatloaves, and then you're going to receive 2 pounds of the tangy sauce. So all in, it's a total of 6 pounds of food coming home to you. This is Mama Mancini's. They are our most recommended brand. They are our most recommended. They are our best meatball and best sauce winners. So you choose your protein. Do you want all 8 of them to be in the turkey or all 8 of them to be in the beef? Now I want you to come along with me here just as we share with you that we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 meals made out of this order if you wanted to just have meatloaves and then put it on top of a beautiful bed of mashed potatoes. Or, again, 16 meatloaf sandwiches. Do you know what that means? That means each one of these, $4.73. Or that meal, $4.73. I mean, we know, as we're looking around, how are we feeding our loved ones? How do we give them great protein? How do we give them great flavor? We turn to Mama Mancini's and Daniel Mancini. I have no auto delivery on this. I want you to know that right off the top. I also want you to know that we haven't seen this since November of 2021. So it took us almost 6 months to get this back in, and we're super excited that it's here. Daniel Mancini, you are bringing us the meatloaves and the tangy sauce, which is different from the
Manja, Daniel.
The meatball sauce. Yeah.
Manja.
How are you?
So good.
So I have to tell you,
So
I
good.
made this afternoon for lunch. I had some slider rolls left over from the weekend, and I made 4 sliders out of each one of the meatloaves. So on top of the 16 dinners, right, that you were talking about, or the 16 sandwiches, you can make 32 sliders.
Wow.
And I have to tell you, they were absolutely delicious.
I love that. Now, you know what? For somebody who's just meeting you, he
Yes.
happens to represent our most recommended brand. Mama Mancini's is all about the recipes that your grandma Anna Mancini brought to us over 100 years now. Can you introduce us to her and kind of like how this whole, kind of Italian food love came to be?
Sure. So my grandparents came to America from Italy in 1921. My grandmother, same story with every grandparent, I guess. She traveled with her recipes. And that's my grandmother holding me in the backyard of her Brooklyn home, the home I grew up in. And I was very fortunate. I learned all her recipes. And my grandmother would tell me stories that when they traveled on that boat from Italy into Ellis Island, when their feet touched the ground, she said to my grandfather, "We're now Americans." And that's the actual log that they signed in on in Ellis Island. So the meatloaf that we bring here today is a really special meatloaf. So my grandmother would make, obviously, all her Italian meals, right? All the meatballs and all the Italian dishes that we bring to QVC. But she made American meals with an Italian twist.
Right.
And this meatloaf, she added, along with the carrots and the onions and the celery and everything you saw when you cut it open,
Right.
she added the Asiago cheese and the Romano cheese.
Yeah,
Those were her
you can
2
taste
favorite
it.
cheeses.
Yeah, and you can taste it here. And that
Yes.
tangy sauce on top of it is just
delicious.
absolutely delicious. And all you're doing, so you're getting the delicious meatloaf. All you're
Yep.
letting us know is whether or not you want it done in beef or do you want it done in the turkey. Now, here's the beef, and the beef always goes super, super quickly. Let's
Yes.
talk about the beef and what we can expect here. And by the way, are these fully cooked, as are your meatballs?
Fully cooked.
Yep.
I have to tell you, they come fully cooked. You get all 8 of them, half pound. Now, also, Rachel, very important. This isn't the half-pound burger that you order when you go out and it shows up and it's shrunk. This is finished, full half-pound.
Right.
So
wow.
the meatloaf, we start with beef that we bring in only from the United States. And then you see inside there, you have the carrots, you have the onions, you have the celery, you have the eggs.
think we're coming
We add a
close.
little bit of panko
At some point.
breadcrumb. and then we add, the 2 cheeses to it.
Right. Look at that. I mean, like that. All
Yes,
I see
all
are
meat.
flavor pockets.
And can I just tell you
that I can taste the texture of
Yes.
but also the cheese in there as well. Go ahead. What were you
And I
saying?
was just gonna say, a couple weeks ago I wasn't feeling very well, and
Yeah.
all I wanted was meatloaf. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted. I was like
America's
meatloaf,
comfort
and
food.
meatloaf and mac and cheese. The
know-
grocery
Yes.
store doesn't even have it anymore, and if they do, it like doesn't look good, right?
Right.
It doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
not.
look at the turkey. But let me just say, if you want the beef, 700 remain. If you want the turkey, 250. And I don't have any combo. Like, unfortunately, you got to pick a,
Right.
you got to pick a protein. Do you want the beef or do you
Yes.
want the turkey? And in fact, if the budget allows, I would say get both because again, these are fully cooked. All we're doing when we get them home is reheating them. Talk to us about
That's
the
it.
turkey. Look at how pretty this looks.
So the
If
turkey
we come on
is
in closer.
white
It's
meat with
beautiful.
just a little bit of dark meat, and then we fold in the same ingredients. And when you look close at that, you are seeing the ingredients. There's no fillers, there's no preservatives. Every ingredient you can pronounce, and then we hand make these and we top it with that tangy sauce. Rachel,
think
so
we're
the
going in
tangy
closer.
sauce, we start with the award-winning tomato sauce that we bring to QVC. We cook it down with a little brown sugar and a little vinegar. And there are people who write me and say, can you sell us the sauce separately? We could drink it. It's that good.
Right.
It's
It is
so
that good.
delicious.
But this is the tangy one again, so it's not the one that
Yes.
goes with the meatballs. This is has a
Right.
little bit more tang to it. So again,
Yes.
2, 4, 6, 8. You get 8 ounces. So 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4 pounds. 4 pounds
Yes, a lot of food.
of turkey or beef meatball, like meatloaves, are coming home to you with another 2 pounds of sauce.
Yes.
That you can use on the meatloaves or on other things. 16 meals
Yeah.
here when everybody gets 2 slices, because we decide we're going to be a little generous. That's $4 and change a meal. So
That's
if you
crazy.
had a football team to feed, if you have people coming over, you want to just put these out because you're having a pool party, or you're like our friend Kirsten and you have a pool and you want people to come over and babysit your pool,
Like we did.
like
Yeah.
we did. Your friends will come over and leave you food.
Do you know, I just tasted this with the
yeah.
Gaze Blackberry
Wasn't it
Moscato.
amazing?
It's
Oh,
like
perfect.
it's like dinner is served. That's it.
Right.
Don't even
That's
bother
perfect.
to give me anything else.
Oh heavens!
This is
And
so
you-
good.
And it's
you know
pork
something?
tender,
If you
Daniel.
have, absolutely. If you have those 2 things, Alberta, you don't need to run out for the fast food or stop by the liquor store. It's all in your house. And that's what we love about these. Again, they're individually packed, right? And you're getting all 8 of them, full half pound. And I'm telling you, 2 of them easily you could make, two, each of these will make 2 dinners. So you have the 16 dinners. Again,
Thank you.
I made 32 sliders with it.
Perfect.
And they're
Thank you, Daniel.
absolutely delicious.
We are out of time. Thank you so much. This
Thank
is how
you.
much food is coming home to
Great
you.
to see you.
Great to see you as always. On that
We
easy
love you,
pay of
Daniel
$18.92.
Mancini.
Love you too.
He's
Thank
the
you.
man.
Thanks, Daniel. So we
Bye-bye.
are getting closer to our hot pick. So you want to come right back. Oh, the David's cookies. And by the way, there's so much more in this show. Gaze is coming up.
That's right. We've got Pashi, something new coming up right
Yes.
after this. Stay with us.